Today we're talking about a nurse turned serial killer. Her victims were not the elderly, they were not young adults, heck, they weren't even kids. Her victims were babies. Premature, sick babies. Lucy Letby was a neonatal nurse at a hospital in England. Her job was to take care of premature and sick babies. Well, recently she was convicted for killing 7 of those babies and attempting to murder 6 others.
To babies, man.
This lady is evil.
Yeah, this is some evil shit.
This lady is evil. The first 3 babies died in June of 2015. In October of 2015, 4 more babies were dead. This is when some of the staff started getting suspicious and they realized that the common factor amongst all these unexpected deaths was that Lucy Letby was on shift. In February of 2016, 3 more babies had died, bringing the total to 10. And in June of 2016, 3 additional babies were dead, bringing the final total to 13 unexpected deaths.
Bro, 13 babies?
Yeah.
Holy shit, bro.
Isn't that sad? That is sad.
That is so fucked up. 13 babies that never got to experience childhood.
These are babies, bro.
Oh my God, man. This is so fucked up.
After a police investigation, Lucy Letby was arrested in July of 2018. And get this, she was still working at the hospital at the time of her arrest, and no disciplinary actions had been taken against her, even though the majority of the staff were suspicious on her and had told management, yo, she is the one responsible for this.
Bro, what?
More on this later though. The investigation revealed that Lucy would harm the babies in various ways. She would inject air into their bloodstreams, overfeed them with milk, mess with their breathing tubes, and even go as far as poisoning them with insulin.
Holy, this woman is evil, man. Fuck this woman, bro.
Who does this to a baby?
She is not human. She cannot be human. This woman deserves the worst consequence. She deserves to go to hell, bro. Who
Horrible.
does that type of shit to babies? That's some like serial killer shit to babies,
Yeah,
man.
and 13 of them.
That's even worse,
of them.
bro. Like, imagine the parents, bro. They must have been so heartbroken from this, man.
Yeah, now get this. When the police searched Lucy Letby's home, they ended up finding her diary. And in that diary, she marked the dates of her attacks with the initials of the babies. They even found a note saying, "I don't deserve to live. I killed them on purpose because I'm not good enough to take care of them. I'm evil. I did this."
Bro, she's admitting to it, man.
Pretty much, right?
Oh, then this is fucked up. Chuck Case, send her ass to jail. Give her the death penalty, bro. Like, this should be over with.
Yeah. Despite basically coming clean in those notes, though, she actually ended up pleading not guilty. Her trial lasted 10 months, and in the end, the jury found her guilty of killing 7 babies and attempting to murder 6 more. She was sentenced to life in prison with no chance of release.
Good, man. That's exactly what she deserves to be. I mean, she might need a little bit more because babies, man, that's crossing a line. Come on.
Despite the premeditation, calculation, and cunning interactions, the jury was unable to reach a decision on 6 other counts of attempted murder involving other babies. The prosecution is seeking a retrial on one of those outstanding charges, but not on the other 5. They basically said that it would just be too difficult to prove in court, and the lawyers of those families called that disappointing.
There is no point of a retrial. We know what she did. Whenever criminals get convicted with life sentences, what's worse than that? You know what I mean? You're just going to give them another life sentence. What's the whole point of even going to retrial?
I guess it's more like kind of like for the families so that they can get like closures.
Bro, you're not going to get any closure from just having a judge explain this out to you. She should be admitting up to her actions. And she's pleading not guilty through all this, bro. She does not have the right to like hide away and deny this, man. She has to be held accountable.
Yeah, that just goes to show like how crazy she is. Like she basically admits everything in her journal and then she pleads not guilty.
That's the fucked up part too. She knows that what she's doing in her mind. I thought we had background checks, you know? Why did it take so long for them to notice and finally lock this bitch away?
Well, that's the thing. They did notice. Alarms were raised. Doctors were pressuring them to act, but they failed to do so. You see, after the first 3 deaths, the hospital said that they would hold an external investigation, but that never happened. At 10 total deaths, doctors asked hospital senior managers for a meeting, but the management did not respond to them for 3 whole months. At 13 deaths, the hospital was urged to investigate each death individually, But that didn't happen. Doctors were suspicious of Letby and they wanted to bring in the police, but the hospital managers refused and said, quote, actions were being taken. It wasn't until May of 2017 that the hospital finally called the police. This was almost 2 years after the first unexpected tests, and the only reason they did so was because the doctors continued to add more and more pressure on them.
It's 2 years too late. You let it happen. It happened under your watch. You could have stopped this and you didn't.
Yeah, Lucy Letby's colleagues, like the doctors working with her, they were reporting her. They were raising the alarm. They told hospital management that all the deaths were happening when she was working, but the hospital management ignored these repeated warnings. Get this too. On one instance, the hospital's top management demanded that the doctors stop accusing Letby and write an apology letter to her for all the allegations that they were throwing against her.
This woman does not deserve an apology. This woman deserves the full might of the law on her, bro.
Yeah, some of the doctors thought like the hospitals trying to cover it up. They were trying to hide things. They weren't trying to make it like a big publicity thingy. But despite all those feelings, though, they continued to pressure and pressure and pressure until the hospital finally acted.
You know, I think we have to give props to these doctors.
I think so, too.
I think they're the real heroes in the story. Because if it was up to the hospital, I feel like they would have let this go on for like another 10 years.
Oh, 100%, dude, 100%. Because what the hospital's worried about is like their reputation. They're worried about money.
That's why I'm so proud of those doctors for actually doing what they did. I don't think they get enough praise in the story. Like, yeah, the police did arrest them, but if it wasn't for those doctors, you know, being there and noticing what is happening, who knows how long this could have been on.
Yeah.
So shout out to the doctors. Thank you guys. Thank you guys for not letting down.
So you guys might be wondering what's going to happen to the hospital then? What happens now after her arrest? Well, from what we could find, it appears that the hospital is under new management and their neonatal unit shut down. So they no longer treat like sick or premature babies.
Good.
The current medical director at the hospital said that, quote, significant changes had been made since Letby left. Here's the crazy part. You ready for this? In the 7 years that she's been gone, there has only been one baby death.
It's right there. It was her.
Letby was doing the killing, but you can also argue that the hospital wasn't allowing it, but they were almost like enabling it, you know, because they weren't doing shit. They were telling the colleagues to apologize to her. They were having some of them go to mediation with her, and it's just like, what the hell?
Bro,
like,
they basically just turned their backs and let Lucy Letby do whatever she wanted. Like, go ahead, do what you knew. We didn't see it, so it didn't happen. It's like the freaking mayor in Jaws, you know? He's too blind to see, hey, there's a fucking shark in the water. Get everybody out. And this is exactly what happened. But I can't wrap my head around this. Why did she do this? Why would any human being do this?
Well, that's because you're not crazy. That's why you can't wrap your head around it. But that is a valid question. Like, why?
She never gave no clear answer. She always like beat around the bush. She's always giving excuses. Why?
Well, a professor of criminology gives possible reasonings why.
Sometimes the healthcare serial killer will say that I was actually being merciful. Other healthcare serial killers have often just wanted to get rid of difficult patients. You know, we've cleared another bed.
I get the professor's reasonings, but honestly, bro, come on. Let's just put it like simply. She's fucking crazy.
That's not merciful.
She's psycho.
At
She's
all.
crazy. She's not in her right mentality, no matter what reasoning. No normal person will have like this level of rationality, you know, for like whatever reason she did it, you know. She's evil, bro. She is evil.
And sadly, the UK does not allow the death penalty. I mean, at least she's going to be locked away in jail, but I don't think that's enough, you know, repercussions.
Bro, there's got to be like a more severe punishment than just you get life sentence in jail. She's still enjoying the beautiful gift of life, the gift that she took away from all these other 13 babies. Granted, I don't think we should torture her or nothing like that, but I don't know, man.
I get what you're saying, because life sentence, like, that's a severe punishment.
Yeah.
We'll acknowledge that's a severe punishment. But when you add another one on top of that, what does that even mean?
Yeah, and then it's the taxpayers taking care of her.
But I will say, though, when the prisoners do find out why she's in there.
Yeah. Okay. That's true.
Hey, but we're not inciting violence. But it is the reality of prison.
Now, that is the reality of prison. You know, there's a lot of things prisoners don't put up with. One of the big ones are harming women and children. Prisoners hate that shit. They don't like that, you know, which is crazy, you know.
Yeah, even criminals got a code. Which means even for criminals, she's crazy.
With that being said, though, let us know what you guys thought about this entire situation. And also, I hope there are many lessons that are learned from this.
Yeah, like number one, just don't be crazy. And, you know, don't hire crazy people. Do a better background check. Don't let these people near our kids, man.
Yeah, and number two, if you're a place of business and your employees are speaking up and saying, hey, I think this is happening, rather than brushing them off, listen to them.
Listen.
Because maybe what they're saying may not be true, but maybe it is. It's just common sense, bro.
It's just common sense.